Once upon a time, in a grand town ruled by a mighty but cruel king named King Adama, people lived in constant fear. The king was notorious for his rude behavior, unpredictable orders, and ruthless decisions. His subjects dreaded his wrath, but no one dared to disobey him. In the same village there lived a wise and kind old man named Juma, who spent his days in prayer and offering guidance. Juma was admired for his calm demeanor, even in the face of challenges. He was known for his ability to bring peace to troubled hearts and minds. One day the king grew envious of a cheerful villager, a man named Kofi, who lived happily with his wife and 2 daughters. The sight of Kofi's joy and contentment annoyed the king. He thought to himself, "How dare someone live so peacefully when I hold the power over this land?" Determined to disrupt Kofi's happiness, King Adama summoned Juma to his court. "Juma," the king commanded, "I want you to kidnap that man Kofi and bring him to me. I will show him who truly holds power in this land." Juma's heart sank, but he bowed his head respectfully. "Your Majesty," he said humbly, "please forgive me, but I am an old man. I cannot carry out such a cruel act. Kofi has done no wrong. He is simply living his life." The king's eyes narrowed with anger. "You dare to defy me," he roared. "If you disobey, you will face exile. Go now and do as I command." Fearful but unwilling to harm an innocent man, Juma reluctantly agreed. That night he went to Kofi's house. As he approached, he saw a heartwarming scene through the window. Kofi was playing joyfully with his daughters while his wife prepared dinner. Their laughter filled the air and their happiness was infectious. Juma's heart ached. "How can I take away a father from his children and a husband from his wife?" he thought to himself. The next morning, Juma returned to the king. "Your Majesty, I could not do it," he confessed. "I cannot destroy the happiness of an innocent family." The king's fury flared. "You dare to defy my orders," he bellowed. "Leave this village at once. You will take nothing with you, not a coin, not a crumb of food. Go with empty hands and never return." With a heavy heart, Juma obeyed. The king's guards escorted him to the edge of the village, and he was left alone, hungry and exhausted. Juma sat by the roadside, praying to God for guidance. The next morning, a kind merchant named Malik passed by and noticed Juma sitting alone. "Old man," Malik said, "why are you sitting here? And what has happened to you?" Juma explained his story, and Malik, feeling pity for the old man, invited him to his home. "I don't have much," Malik said, "but you are welcome to share what little we have." At first, Malik's wife, Amina, was hesitant about taking in a stranger, but Juma's gentle demeanor and wisdom soon won her over. Juma began helping Malik with his business, offering advice and praying for his success. Over time, Malik's trade flourished, and he became one of the wealthiest men in the region. One day, King Adama ordered a special suit from Malik. Nervous about such an important task, Malik asked Juma for help. Juma worked diligently, ensuring the suit was perfect, and delivered it to the king. The king was thrilled. "This is the finest suit I have ever seen," he exclaimed, and summoned Malik to the palace to reward him. Malik, humble as ever, said, "Your Majesty, all the credit goes to my mentor, Juma. Without his wisdom and guidance, I would have nothing." Curious and impressed, the king asked to meet Juma, but Juma declined the invitation. Instead, the king generously gifted Malik a grand home, a factory, and gold. One day Juma suggested, "Let us invite the king to dinner. It is time we show him gratitude and remind him of God's plans." The king accepted the invitation, and at the dinner table, he recognized Juma. Shocked, he exclaimed, "You! Aren't you the old man I exiled with nothing?" Juma smiled gently. "Yes, your majesty. When you sent me away, I trusted in God's plan. What you intended as my punishment became my blessing. God's plans are always greater than ours, and his wisdom is beyond our understanding. Through faith and patience, I was guided to this moment." The king was deeply moved by Juma's words. For the first time, he saw how cruel and unjust he had been. Overcome with guilt, the king bowed his head and said, "Juma, I have wronged you and so many others. I see now that my power means nothing without kindness and fairness. Please forgive me." The king returned Juma to the village with great honor, giving him a beautiful house and recognizing him as a man of wisdom. From this day forward, the king declared, "I will seek your guidance to rule wisely and justly." The villagers rejoiced, praising Juma for softening the king's heart. With Juma's advice, King Adama became a kind and fair ruler, loved by his people. He prayed for forgiveness and worked tirelessly to improve the lives of his subjects. Under Juma's guidance, the village thrived in peace and prosperity. People lived happily, knowing their king was now a ruler of compassion and justice. As for Juma, he continued his prayers, grateful for the journey that had brought him and the village closer to God's mercy and wisdom. Moral of the story: trust in God's plan, as hardships can lead to unexpected blessings. Kindness and wisdom have the power to transform hearts and inspire change. True leadership comes from fairness and humility, not fear. Forgiveness and compassion create harmony and lasting peace.